So I don't know if you came specifically to hear me, or if you came to get, you know, like a book for your nephew at the bar mitzvah, and you were drawn to my chocolate, and then you just stuck here, or whatever the reason. Welcome and thank you very much.
We know how to go right here. Like you look like this when you coming over.
Yeah, go wrangle him. Wrangle him up. So
I wanted to see what you would.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you all about it. My name is Leon Scott Baxter. I'm the author of Secrets of Safety Net Parenting. This is usually when I hear the thunderous applause. Stop it. So as you know, I've written a book on raising happy, successful children. And just because I've written a book on raising happy, successful children does not make me necessarily an expert on parenting. Because I'm not. I'm a lot of things. I've been a teacher for 18 years. I can shoot a pretty good free throw for an old man. And people tell me I dance hip-hop 90s music really well at weddings. But am I a parenting expert? Not so much. I am a parent though. I have two daughters, 11 and 15. Those are their names, not their ages. That's just a joke. That's really their names. So 11 and 15. And so yeah, I'm a parent. And parenting is a tough job. You know, it's a tough thing to do. I guess rather than being an expert, I think it's more of being a saint. Because anybody who can be a parent for that long, and you know, you should be nominated by the Catholic Church to be a saint. Because it's a hard.
I'm working on that.
There you go. It's a hard job.
Is this your mother-in-law?
No, all right. It doesn't matter.
You guys are where I was coming from.
This is like a family gathering.
No.
So it's cool. I mean, I can imagine your class, you must have a lot of good students because the way you approach them, you have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I do. But see, that's part of what I treat my students very often the way I treat my children. I see them as my children, and so I have a very firm hand, strict, but also when things are going right, then we have fun. You know. So being a parent is tough, as I said. Right now, I got people working with me right now, talking to the Peace Corps to try to obtain their slogan, so we could be parenting the toughest job you'll ever love, right? No, we're not really doing that. That's just me talking nonsense. But it's tough, right? It's tough because we're always tired. You know what? You can tell a parent because a parent's always tired. They got the bags under their eyes. You can see them from a distance. You go, oh, you look tired. I know I'm a parent. I'm tired, and we're always doing the homework. That's the thing. We finished our homework years ago. They still want us to read the spelling words to them, or check off this, or and then the other thing about being a parent is you're always repeating yourself. Have you noticed that? It's like clean your room. I said clean your room. Did you take a bath? Go take a bath. Oh, and there's no candy before dinner. Take the food out. Take the candy out of your mouth. Wrap it back up and put it away. We're always saying things twice, right? It's kind of part of the deal. It's a tough job, but we love it, don't we? Right?
That's the best job in the world.
Oh, welcome. Come on in. There's hardly any more seats left. You can have that one's reserved. I'm just kidding. We're just talking about how parenting is the toughest job you ever love. And you do love it. It's a job you love because what other job are you willing to wipe someone's nose with your sleeve, right? What other job are you willing to risk your own arm and put it out when you slam on the brakes just in case the seatbelt doesn't hold, right? And I don't know if you had teens, but the love we have for our teens when you ask them a question and they look up from their cell phone into your eyes and they say they respond with more than 3 syllables. Oh, that's love. You know, it's the toughest job we'll ever love. How come there's no dads here? I'm the only dad. But we do love our kids. And like I said, what's that?
What does that mean? No dads?
I just noticed that we have no dads.
And there are a lot of dads that are doing a lot of parenting.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. But yeah, but we do love our kids, and it's a love like no other. It's different. It's different than you love your spouse or your own parent or key lime pie or Modern Family. It's a different kind of love. I met my wife the first day of college at UCSB in the dorms.
Which dorm?
It was at San Nicolas.
And you were in both in San
dorm.
Wow.
And I saw her.
What floor?
7th floor. Do you work at UCSB?
No, I was in Santa Cruz.
Oh, yeah?
How funny, yeah. And so I'm his wife, yes.
Wow, you must have a fun life.
Absolutely.
So as you can tell, she was cute, right?
Yeah.
And so I walked up to her door and I knocked on the door. I told her I was from the university's welcoming committee. I was very, very smooth. It only took me 3 more years to actually kiss her, but I was a smooth operator, right? So we got married in 1992, and it was just the 2 of us for 7 years, just the 2 of us, no kids. And people kept asking, people kept saying, when are you 2 finally going to have a baby? That's a personal question, because you know how babies are made, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a personal question, right? But they said, you have to have a baby because you can't imagine what that feel, what the love you can have. And they were right. I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine it. And I couldn't imagine loving somebody different or more than I loved her, because I loved her more than I could imagine, right? They said, you don't know what you're missing. And they were right. I didn't know what I was missing. I didn't miss it because I didn't have it. So it wasn't that big a deal to me. But my wife, she wanted to have children. So I obliged. We had children. And they were right. I had no idea I could love something or someone the way that I love my children. Parents, we love our kids.
And how many do you have?
Oh, you're going to cut the chase, right?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? There you go. You don't want to spoil the ending, right? So, but we love our children. That's why we want them to be successful, isn't it? The thing is that we don't always know the best ways to bring them that success. So my daughters, right there, daughters. They're pretty remarkable young ladies. Like I told you, they're 11 and 15. Those are their names. And they've done some pretty good. Their resumes outshine my paltry one-pager. They have started and run their own charities and businesses, and they have spoken with politicians in Washington and foreign leaders, and they've met with CEOs of nonprofits and of businesses. So they've done a lot, had great success for their age, but they're still regular kids. And you can tell the regular kids because if you hang out with me, you will hear me saying things like clean your room, take a bath, and take that candy out of your mouth. And I have to do it twice because that's the rule for parents. You have to repeat yourself. But people have asked me how. How do you raise successful children? And I can tell you what my wife and I have done. But I don't know if what we have done has been the secret. I don't know if we were just fortunate and rolled the dice and we had kids who had been successful regardless, or if what we did made a difference, or if it was a combination of both. So I decided when I set out on this journey to write this book, I decided to ask the experts, parents of happy, successful children. And that was a crucial part. The happy part was a crucial part. I didn't want to just talk about successful children, because there's plenty of successful young people who have money, who are famous, who have won this award or that award. But if they're unhappy, if they're spoiled, if they're demanding, if they're angry, if they're frustrated or sad, that's not success in my book. So if you think about it, why do we want success for our children? We want that, right? Why? Why do we want our kids to do well in school? Well, so they can go to college. Okay. Well, why do we want them to go to college? Well, so they can get a good career. Okay, but why? So they can make money, so they can buy a house, and they can take care of their family. Why? So they'll be happy. That's it. That's why we want our children to be successful. It comes right down to the fact that we want them to be happy. And I'm not talking about give me like I have a double scoop of ice cream kind of happy. I'm talking about an overall contentment, right? And sure, we all get upset, we all get frustrated, but if our children are feeling good more often than feeling bad, that's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's happening. So we can't have success for our kids if they aren't happy. So for this book, I interviewed the experts. the parents that are in the trenches, the parents of successful children who were also happy. At least they look happy. And I was trying to pinpoint the magical ingredient. What do they all have in common? You know, what was the secret sauce, the common denominator? And what they did it jive with what we did in our house. So I talked to them, found out, and I found it. I think I found it. And it kind of did jive with what we were doing. The interesting thing, though, that I found was that that although these parents from different parts of the world, and we had parents from different economic backgrounds. And there were children who were male and female. We had grade schoolers to teens. They all had the same commonality, which is kind of interesting about that. So who were these parents, you might ask? And you don't have to ask that because I just did it for you. Right? That's what I got paid for. I spoke with a few of them. I spoke with Jordan Romero and his father Paul. Now Jordan Romero, when he was 10 years old, he was at school and he looked at a big map. I know she looked there because it looked real, huh? Yeah, I just envisioned the map and there it is. Okay, a big map of the world. And he looked at that map. He went home and he said, "Dad, I would like to climb the highest peaks of every continent." That's a 10-year-old talking. That's crazy, right? He was 14 when he had finished. He did it. Whoever said that 4th grade geometry is a waste, right? I spoke with Michelle Cassini. Michelle Cassini, she's the mother of this young lady named Cecilia. Now when Cecilia Cassini was 4, she took her older sister's brand new dress and secretly took scissors to it, cut it up, and she refashioned it to fit her little preschool frame. Right? Okay. 2 years later, she gets her first sewing machine. And it took 2 years for parents to get her because she'd been on restriction for 2 years for cutting up her sister's dress, right?
Oh my God.
By the time she was 9, she had her first trunk show. And she made dresses. She had 50 dresses. She almost sold out in all 50 dresses. She's now 15 years old. She's the fashion designer to the stars. It's Sofia Vergara and Taylor Swift. Yeah, so I want to find out what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have seen the YouTube video, Kane's Arcade. Have you seen it, Kane's Arcade? Well, you have to take a look at Kane's Arcade. It's on YouTube. It's about 10 minutes long. And I spoke with Kane's dad. His name is George. And Kane, when he was 9, he was his dad. He had an East LA car parts shop, and it was the summer, and his dad was there working, and Kane was there with him. He was bored, so he went in the back, and he found a box, and he fashioned a little basketball hoop to it, and he could throw it. And he said, "This is a little game. I'm going to put this in front of my dad's shop, and people can come in, buy the car parts, and they pay me money to play the game." Nobody wanted to play the game, so he said, "Let me make another one." So he made another game, maybe soccer. So he put that out, and then he made another and another. So by the end of the summer, his dad's East LA shop was filled. That was an arcade of cardboard games, right? But he had no customers. So he goes back to school and his friends said, "What did you do over the summer?" He goes, "I made an arcade." And they said, "No, you didn't. We don't believe you." So he stopped talking about it. But he kept going back on the weekends. He kept working. And then one day, a man walks in and he wants a car handle for his car door. And he says, "What's this?" And Kane says, "My arcade." He said, "I like to play." So he plays. He has fun. So he keeps coming back. The guy keeps coming back. So then he said, I'm going to surprise Kane. So he does a flash mob. He calls 200 people to come and play Kane's Arcade. And he videotapes this. And this is the video I was talking about. He puts the video on YouTube. It's got 5 million views. It's been seen all over the world. People come from around the world. They've come to LA just to go to his arcade. And they have celebrities have been there. Kane, he has met with Chelsea Clinton. He's gone to Cannes Film Festival. He's done 2 TED Talks. The kid's only 12 years old, all right? And he's inspired literally millions of children in 60 different countries to be creative. All because he held on when no one else believed him. And that's precisely one of the qualities I found among these children, perseverance. Perseverance. The kids kept going even when there were obstacles put in their path. Why? It's because what their parents did and did not do for them. They did not do is important. So my book is called Secrets of Safety Net Parenting. And it's because all the parents are safety netters. And I don't know if you've heard other terms like helicopter parents and tiger moms and snowplow parents, all that kind of thing. Actually, I just read an article recently about this young woman. She went off to college, and 1,000 miles away from her home, her parents picked up and moved 1,000 miles with her to college, moved into her apartment with her. That's helicopter parenting.
Yeah.
That's helicopter parenting. That's not what these parents. These are safety net parents. They all share, like I said, about 7 different qualities that group them together. But one of the most important ones is that they let their children fail. That's so important. Failure is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But a lot of parents don't want their children to feel that discomfort. So they jump in to save them, or they move 1,000 miles to go to college with them.
Yeah, that's not a good thing because the girl goes to have some kind of an identity,
Right.
freedom, independence.
Yes, she didn't have her independence. College is that nice little step. You know, you're free, but you still have a little safe community. But when she's out of college, she didn't have that mental stepping stone. I'll tell you, my parents let me fail a lot as a kid. Actually, failure was one of my specialties. Okay, so when
Like what?
well, when I was in 2nd grade, my mom bought me a walkie-talkie set. It cost $8. That was a good walkie-talkie set back in the day. Okay, $8. And you can't play walkie-talkies by yourself. You have to go and you have to find someone else, right? So I was going to go to Billy's house, my neighbor, and I went to Billy's house to play walkie-talkies with him. And Billy's dad, a troll of a man, he conned me out of my walkie-talkie set for $1. $1. Now you may say, that wasn't very smart of you, Leon. And you're right, that was one of my failures. But I was only 7, right? And he had that dollar just hanging there, and I was like, that looks good. So he must have loved his kid to con a 7-year-old out of a walkie-talkie set. But so I get home, my mom says, I know who is. He's a troll of a man. He was. I wish I remember his name. I got home.
I can't even imagine, man.
And my mom said, "Where's your walkie-talkie set?" I said, "I sold it for $1."
Oh my.
To Billy's dad. She said, "You what?" And she didn't cross her arm. It was one of those hip times. She said, "You what? You sold it? That's an $8. I just bought that for you. Are you crazy?" And I said, "You're right. I was a little crazy, Mom. Let's go back over to Billy's house and get that walkie-talkie set back." She said, No, you made your bed. You lay in it. Yeah, how you gonna spend that $1, son?" So yeah, you don't think I didn't learn a lesson from that? She let me fail. Never trust a man with a stack of $1 bills, right? It's gonna take your walkie-talkie set. But my mom, she didn't save me. She let me feel the discomfort, and I'm still reeling from it 40 years later. If you have not noticed, right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't take that guy on.
I know. Let's go and find him. I wish I knew Billy's last name, right? How can we appreciate success in life if we don't first fail? How can we know success if we haven't first struggled? So I learned that safety net parents, they let their children experience life's consequences, but before they crash, we catch them like a safety net, and we dust them off, and we tell them how to right their ways, and we send them back out again. When children get back on the horse that's just bucked them off, and they can hold on, that builds confidence. And success and happiness have a lot to do with confidence. And I should know. I don't know if you've noticed these ears, but you have to have a lot of confidence to pull off these kind of ears. Right? This is true.
Sticking more than yours.
Well, see, that's the thing. See,
Very intelligent.
but the thing, I like that. If you have ears that stick out, you're very intelligent. I'm going to spend a lot of time with you. Okay. But I used to have hair that covered my ears when I was younger, and it wasn't long hair because I couldn't grow my hair long. It was big hair. I had big hair. I looked like a giant stalk of broccoli that had gone bad. You know, when you see me walking down. So finally, I cut back my broccoli hair, and then this is what happened, right? And
Is this before or after you were cut?
This is before I met.
I didn't know.
She didn't know that because she'd known me. This would not be happening.
You could have scared her.
She would. I do not need a broccoli man in my life, right? So instead she chose somebody else, because if you see me walking down the street, people literally see my shadow first and they think it's Charlie Brown, you know, because so people, it's crucial for us to instill confidence in our children, because we all have our own broccoli hair and Charlie Brown ears, don't we? I'm not the only one, am I? All right. You said you had some Charlie Brown ears, is that what you said? No, you said something else. You said, yeah, you don't have to let us know.
Yes, I don't remember, but I'm too old to remember, but I'm sure I had something.
Children develop confidence through success. And that could be winning a game, reaching a goal, building a Lego castle, you know, getting a good grade in school. Success. I read an article earlier this month that said that we parents are pushing our kids too hard. They said that we expect success and perfection earlier than ever. And that's not what I'm advocating at all, because I'm advocating letting them fail, not pushing them, you know. To develop confidence, instead of pushing our children to achieve success, safety net parents help their children find their passion, find what they love. You don't need to push them, you know. When a child discovers their passion, there's not a need to push. Maybe a nudge now and then, but not necessarily a push. And it's because of passion, there's something they're drawn to. And when you're drawn to it, you do it. And when you do it, you become better, right? Some people might look at my daughters and think that you must push your kids because they have these charities and they have business. You must be a tiger dad. You must push them really hard. And the truth is, I am a bit of a tiger dad. I do push them, but not for the charities and not for their businesses. I push them to clean the room. You know, go through, how many times have I told you to wash the dishes? The garage, did you put the bicycle in the garage and go feed the dog? Yakety yak, don't talk back, right? You know? So, but no, my youngest has been running her own business on her own terms because it incorporates her two passions. She loves animals. She loves art. And so she made this toy that it's a little pet, and she makes it artistically, and you touch it and it moves without any batteries and any wires and all that kind of stuff. And then she donates a portion of her money to animals in need. That's her call. That's what she wants to do. My other daughter, 15, remember her name, 15? Yeah. She has her own YouTube channel. She has 100,000 subscribers. I'm like, that's crazy. 100,000 subscribers, 9 million views, right? Well, her passions are, she loves filmmaking, she loves craft, and she loves beauty. So I have never, ever in my life have to tell her, it's time to post another video. It's her passion, it's her channel, it's her call. You know, so when you find your passion, you don't need to push you. That's what you want to do. Another commonality I found among the parents in the book is that they help their children find their passions early in life. And passions often grow into strengths. And strengths become successes. Success leads to confidence. And confidence is a crucial part of the happiness puzzle. Because when you're confident, broccoli hair and Charlie Brown ears do not matter. Another reason I believe passions are crucial for our children is because of what a college degree means to them. You know, it used to mean, back in the day when I was knocking on your door, it used to mean a bachelor's degree meant something. It meant more. It meant you can get a job pretty easily. Now, with jobs a little more scarce, more people toting degrees, it's harder. You know, it's harder. So you have to get the bachelor's job of yesterday. You need to maybe have a master's today. And to get a master's job, you need a PhD, you know? So I'm not saying to parents to boycott college. We're going to send our daughters to college. But we have to realize that a college degree is not the same guarantee as it used to be. So I tell young people to start to carve their own niche, to cut their own path, because we've learned that we can't rely on someone giving them a job. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good.
UCSB?
Yes.
All right. Well, you missed it, but I'm talking a little bit about how I'm telling you a little life story. Awesome. I met her the first day at UCSB.
Oh.
Yeah, awesome. That was 2,000 years ago. That was back in the day. So.
You did it all as well.
Mine's 2015.
That's what it is. But that was when Jesus was born.
You might have been a caveman.
Well, passion. This is where passions come in. Because who are the people that make their own ways in life? It's people with passion, right? How about the kid who creates their own cupcake business, or the teen who makes their own app? They don't do it because they want to carve their way in life. They do it because they love baking or they love technology. And could this be a way of life for them? Sure, it could be. But even if it's not, I'm going to look at my notes for this one. Even if it's not, would you as an employer, would you prefer hiring someone who worked at Burger King on weekends, like I did in high school? Or would you prefer find someone who managed inventory, orders, profit margins, and advertising for the cupcake business, right? Passions, so crucial for our kids to discover. I think it was easier to discover passions back when we were kids, and I say we meaning me and other old people, because because screens didn't rule our lives back then. You know, we didn't have the iPhone and the iPad, and you didn't have every room have a computer in it. You know, we were forced to read, and we were forced to ride our bikes and build forts and make shrinky dinks. You remember shrinky dinks? You guys remember shrinky dinks? Oh man, shrinky dinks. Let me tell you, little plastic things. You cut them out, you color them in, you put them in the oven, and they go like this. They get real small, and you make jewelry out of them. Sounds kind of crazy, but that's see, that's what I'm saying. It's fun stuff. It was fun stuff. And we were forced to discover the world around us, and not through a screen. We had to actually go out and do it. And you know why? It's because we only had 12 channels. We had 12 channels, and only one channel would show kids shows for 2 hours on the weekdays. And then you had Saturday morning cartoons, and that was it. That was it. What else are you gonna do? You gotta go out and discover the world. So what's special about my one parenting book, among the sea of parenting books, is that that it's from the experts in the churches, safety net parents. This is the part I have to read because I don't remember this. You'll find stories that you can relate to as parents. Each chapter ends with hands-on strategies for preschoolers, grade schoolers, up to teens. And I've included pertinent questions from parents, questions you yourself might ask after you finish reading a chapter. So if you're a parent, you're not perfect. We were talking about this earlier.
Oh, I will.
You were perfect? You give the talk, come on. Go ahead, I want to hear it.
Give us your recipe for chocolate chip cookies.
I was really very firm. I was loving but firm. You know?
That's it, yes, you have to do.
I was a tough mommy. And I still,
We all-
kids are still scared of me, and they're in their 50s.
They're scared of you? I don't even remember how I know you, and I'm a little scared of you.
I'm sorry. No, nobody's perfect.
No, it's true, and we all have the right intentions, but we just sometimes we falter. Yeah, when we recognize our mistakes and we learn from them, we know we're doing this job right. I don't know if any of you remember Leave It to Beaver.
Yes, I will.
Leave It to Beaver, the television show from the 50s.
I just met him a couple of
Who'd you meet? Tony
Tony
Mathers?
Yeah,
Yeah, the Beaver? The Beaver? Yeah, see, I like Tony Mathers. but-
Jerry Mathers.
Jerry Mathers. Who's Tony Mathers?
Tony Dow.
Tony Dow.
Tony Dow.
Tony
He was
Dow.
the one with the
Yeah,
big
he
hair.
was.
Right, right. Well, you know who I like?
Eddie Haskell.
No, I did not like Eddie Haskell. Man, I did not like
Yeah, he
Eddie.
was horrible.
No, I liked Ward, the dad.
Ward
Cleaver.
Ward Cleaver, because his hair, you like
Okay.
Wally's hair.
My
Dad's
dad was that era, and he had hair like
He had hair like that. Oh man, he had great hair, and he was calm, and cool, and collected.
Wise.
Yeah, he had great advice, and he was assertive, but he was kind of witty. I have had a few Ward Cleaver moments as a father, but I have had probably a little more Homer Simpson moments. All right, so I'm gonna end today with a little story about one of my Homer Simpson moments. So my eldest daughter, 15, it's a joke. I said I had two daughters here, 11, 15. That was the name.
I saw that in your bio.
Oh, did I say that in my bio?
Yeah, in the webpage I saw 11
Yeah.
and 15-year-old, right?
Yeah. But see, I'll pretend like that's the name. See,
Oh,
11,
okay.
I have two daughters, 11 and 15.
Oh, that's their name.
You get it?
Gotcha.
See, I just want to catch you up on the joke so you know what. Okay. Anyway,
You
so
have to change your names annually.
right. That's well, no, they're actually one's 74 years old, and the other one's 9. So, no, when my eldest daughter was in 1st grade, she was at school. She fell off the monkey bars and she had an accident. And I was at work and I got a phone call, and they said you need to take her to the hospital. So of course I was nervous. So drove over to her school, and she was in the nurse's office, and she had an ice pack on her arm. And you could tell she'd been crying, but she was okay. And she said, "Daddy, I fell off the monkey bars. You want to see my arm?" Now, something you should know about me is I can take pain just fine. I'm not so good at looking at it, right, or thinking about it. So my daughters, when they have a loose tooth, I can't look at it. I can't look at the loose tooth. They want the tooth pulled out.
So you weren't in the delivery room?
I was in the living room. But I was like, I diverted my eyes every now and then. Okay, I was doing back rubs from behind. So anyway, but yeah, if the tooth needs to be pulled out, she does, and I have to be out of the room, right? So she says, "Do you want to see it?" I said, "No, sweetie. You probably should keep it on there because the nurse told you to keep it on." She's like, "I can show you for a minute. Is that okay?" What can I say? She's like, a little kid, she just had a traumatic experience. I said, "Okay, just show it to me for a moment." She takes it off, and I'm telling you, it did not look right at all. It looked like a capital letter S, like from Superman's shirt, right? And I said very calmly and politely, "Okay, so we want you to put the ice back on that, and let's go to the hospital." So we're driving about 15 minutes to the hospital, and we're chatting. My brain's thinking about her arm, right? And so we're getting closer, and I can see right almost at the ER, and my brain's thinking about the misalignment of the bones in her arm and what must be going on there. And like right now, I'm trying to get hot talking about it. and so I started, everything started closing in on me. I started getting tunnel vision, and I'm thinking, okay, no, I'm almost 200 yards. I'm almost there. But I knew I was gonna what?
Vomit. Faint.
I used the word pass out because it sounds a little more macho. Okay, so I knew I was gonna pass out. So I pulled the van over, and my daughter said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Just give me a second. I gotta take care of something." And so I go to the side, and I put my head down between my legs like this to get the oxygen-rich blood to my head, so I don't pass out. Pass out, right? And I get back in the car. I said, "Let's get going." And apparently she had seen me, and she said, "Dad, did you find it?" And I said, "Did I find what, darling?" And she said, "The penny's on the ground." So she thought I was looking for penny. So I said, "No, I wasn't looking for penny." Yes, I did. I found 2 pennies. Parenting, the toughest job you'll ever love.
Yeah.
And safety net parenting is the best way to go about it. So thank you all for coming and filling the seats. And you've been great. And if you have any questions for me, this is the time to do it.
Woohoo!